Let's talk about playing the two-hole draw. I'm playing a Kongsheng Sunrise key of C harmonica. For most of us, the two-hole draw is the most important note on the harmonica. If you want to play blues or folk or really all kinds of music, most of us are going to play in what's called second position or cross harp. So what second position means is if I have a C harmonica, when I blow on the bottom, that gives me a C chord because I'm playing a C harmonica. When I draw on the bottom, that gives me a G chord. Now, music theory-wise, that's a fifth above the root, C, D, E, F, G. So a lot of us, the way that we play, we treat that draw chord, in this case a G chord, as our home chord. When we play that draw chord, the two draw is our root note. It's our home note. It's the one that we're always going to go back to, and it's the one that basically has the most importance on the instrument. You'll use this note constantly in melodies, doing chugging, just all kinds of playing. Because this note is so important, I really recommend in the beginning that you spend at least a couple minutes a day just focusing only on this note and making sure that you're getting it nice and clean and solid, and then it has a nice resonance to it. The funny thing is, even though this note is so important, it can also be one of the most frustrating notes for beginner players. I know when I started, I myself didn't understand why it just didn't sound right a lot of the time. A lot of players think that they're doing something wrong, or maybe there's something wrong with their harmonica because we try to play it and the note just sounds weird. It sounds choked. It doesn't sound the same as the other notes. Maybe it sounds flat. The good news is that this is really just completely normal. It's just something on this instrument that pretty much everyone struggles with. I know I did. Most of this issue comes from our tongue position and the fact that we're just not relaxed. That is the most important thing with playing this note correctly, I would say. You have to be relaxed. Our tongue and our body and our mouth just has to be in that certain position for this note to play cleanly and strongly. If your tongue rises up too much when you're playing the note, it's going to accidentally bend it down, it's going to choke it, and it's just not going to be that solid sound that we want. Bending is a huge thing as you get further in the harmonica, and in the beginning we accidentally tend to bend the two draw on accident. It's kind of ironic that bending is something we want to achieve on purpose, but in the beginning we tend to kind of do it on accident on this two draw note. When we play harmonica, we want to breathe through it. When we're drawing on this two-hole, it's not like we're sucking on a straw. We're inhaling through it. And so I think a lot of time our bodies tend to want to protect us from this kind of thing. This is not something that our body is used to doing. Your body's thinking, well, why am I breathing through this foreign object when anything could be flying down my throat right now? Our body tends to want to tense up, and our tongue wants to kind of hump up in the back to just kind of protect us. This is what we have to learn how to teach our body not to do. We want our tongue to just be nice and relaxed and not get in the way of this airflow that we want going through this reed all the way down. The solution is absolutely not more force. You want to play evenly. You don't want to play hard on a harmonica. You can play harder to get more volume. You really want to be able to play softly and then be able to fluctuate that volume, get more power if you want. You really don't need a ton of airflow to get the reed to respond and to get the note you want. That was very soft. So I can play this two draw very softly. Or I could play it with more volume. I mean, I could say that I'm playing harder, but I'm still just trying to work with the instrument and get more volume without compromising the tone and the sound that I want. So I'm basically just drawing in a little harder, but I'm breathing. I'm not sucking. It's drawing and blowing. If you try to play harder, it's usually just going to make it worse. You're going to tense up and it's going to choke the reed even more. Instead, you really just need to focus on trying to relax. We want to sit up straight, breathe from our diaphragm down here, and if you're not a singer or something like that, these are things that you're not used to doing. To try to teach your body to relax its own tongue we don't think about what our tongue does most of the time. I don't know if you can whistle, but think about whistling, right? How would you teach someone how to whistle? You can't show them. Harmonica is the same thing. It's just a different way that you have to learn the instrument because you have to listen to people talk a lot like this. It's not the same as when you just show someone something. So as much as you can relax the back of your tongue, the way when you yawn, the very back of your tongue just comes down like that. That's the thing that I want to do when I play this 2-draw. My body has learned now to just kind of get my tongue out of the way. If you don't get your tongue out of the way, you might bend it on accident and hear this kind of choked sound like this. What we want is... Now what we're doing is we're bending on accident, and as you play more, you can learn to bend on purpose. We can actually take this note down really far. And that's a really great note. That's all on the 2-draw. I'm just bending it down a whole step. If the note doesn't come to you right away and you are accidentally doing this little bit of bend, just don't get discouraged. I'm telling you, this happened to me. I've struggled with this for a long time and I didn't understand it. I've seen people in forums and other places that literally send back their harmonicas and they find out it's doing the same thing. It's just a technique thing. It's just part of learning the harmonica. Part of the journey is trying to figure these things out, just like playing clean single notes. This is the most important clean single note that you can play. When you want to practice playing the 2-draw, the 3-blow is the exact same note as the 2-draw. It's just the way the harmonica lays out. So if you want to practice and make sure that you're getting that correct pitch without it being bent on accident, play the 3-blow and then play the 2-draw. They should sound exactly the same. If I play that 3-blow, then I try the 2-draw, and I hear something like that, well, I accidentally bent it down. You can tell that they do have a different tonal quality. The 3-blow has a different quality than the 2-draw. There are times when you do want to play the 3-blow instead of the 2-draw, even though they're the same note. But if I want to come back to that home chord, I'm playing that draw chord, and that 2-draw is my root. Once the 2-draw becomes comfortable, a huge amount of playing opens up to you. And you know that you're going to have a strong foundation for playing what's going to come next. Do not overlook this note. If you're a beginner, make this a part of your practice routine, or just every time you pick it up and play a little bit, just practice that 2-draw just by itself. If you've gotten anything out of this video, please like and subscribe. It really helps the channel. See you next Monday.